Hi there. Welcome to Bible Adventures. It's me. Today we're going to learn about Moses and the Exodus as we read from Exodus chapters 1 through 14. Let's begin. The people of Israel lived in Egypt for many years. But after a long time, a new Pharaoh came to power who did not know Joseph for what he had done. He only saw how numerous the Israelites had become, and he was afraid of them. So he made them slaves, forcing them to work with great suffering. The cries of Israel rose up to heaven, and God heard them. One day, while Moses was watching over his sheep in the wilderness, he saw a bush burning with fire, yet it was not consumed. And he said, "I must go see this amazing thing, why the bush is not burning up." So as Moses drew near, the voice of God called to him out of the flames. God said to him, "I have seen the misery of my people who are enslaved by the Egyptians. I know how hard they have to work. I have heard their cries because of their oppressors. And I have come down to deliver them out of the hands of the Egyptians and to bring them up out of that land into a land of their own, flowing with milk and honey. Now, therefore, the outcry of the Israelites because of their oppressors has come to me, and I have raised you up to be a Moses. Here is my messenger. Go and tell Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, to let my people Israel go that they may worship me. I am the Lord your God, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt, that I might perform the signs and wonders which I have done among you. These will be a trial to Pharaoh, and when he lets my people go, that I may no longer make light of him." When Moses was 80 years old, God spoke to him again. God said to him, "Go to Pharaoh. I have hardened his heart so that he will not listen to you. You shall take all the dust of the land of Egypt in your hand and throw it on Pharaoh's face. And it will become a severe sore on all the land of Egypt. All the people may know that I am the Lord." And Moses did so. So Moses and Aaron went into Pharaoh and did just as God had commanded. They threw the dust from the ground on Pharaoh's face, and it became a severe sore, a severe plague on Pharaoh and all his house. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and said, "Go away from my presence. The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has plagued me here. What is this you have done to me?" So Moses and Aaron were very bold. "Thus says the Lord God of Israel, send us away, that we may journey for 3 days into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. Otherwise, if you refuse, lend us the vessels that we may sacrifice with the offering. And if you will not lend us, know this, that the plague which is on Pharaoh and on all the Egyptians will be taken away from them, and the vessels which you will not lend will be taken away as plunder. Then indeed afterward, if you act wisely and lend us the vessels, you shall use them for your own service. And when you refuse and do not lend, then know this, that the land of Egypt will die by the sword, by pestilence, and by war." And it came to pass that afterward, in the morning, Pharaoh got up early, troubled in spirit, and called for Moses and said, "Let the people rest, that they may work, for the work is burdensome. They are men of action. I have been too hard on them in their toil. Therefore, let them keep the feast to the Lord their God, and let some be allowed to go with them to learn the skill of their craft, that they may go and serve me the better." And Moses said, "You shall have to let us go, for we will return to worship the Lord our God, if only for 3 days. We will not be without our governors, our servants, or any of our little ones. We will go 3 days' journey into the wilderness. The feast of the Lord, that is what we will go to worship. Then the feast of unleavened bread. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak you to all the congregation of the children of Israel, that they should keep the Passover. And it came to pass in the morning that the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak thou unto all the children of Israel, that they shall keep the feast of unleavened bread. For 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread therewith. And there shall be no leaven seen with thee in all thy borders. 7 days, and there shall be no leaven seen with thee in all that time. And there shall be no leaven seen with thee in all the multitude of Israel. And in that day the Lord will take away the plague from the midst of you. He will take no more. So they did. On that same night, an angel of God came and passed through Egypt, striking every firstborn child who lay there with blood. And when the Egyptians arose in the morning, they found their firstborn lying dead on the ground. Then they called for Moses, and it came to pass, as Pharaoh let the people go, that God put into Pharaoh's heart to pursue after Israel. So he assembled all his chariots and all his horsemen, and went after them. And when Pharaoh with his whole army that was with him overtook Israel, they were encamped by the sea. And when Pharaoh was come, he mocked at them, and said, Why have ye done this, bringing the people to die in the wilderness, as when I have pursued them? Surely these are the very people that I have made to serve me in Egypt. Surely this is the place where I showed myself strong by my signs and wonders, by my hand and by my voice. I might have destroyed them in Egypt. I might have destroyed them in the wilderness. And he pursued after them. And when Israel looked behind them, they saw the Egyptians coming after them. Then they lifted up their eyes and saw the Egyptians pursuing them, and they feared greatly. And the Israelites cried out to the Lord, and when the Lord looked, he had mercy on them. So the Lord said to Moses, Stretch forth thy hand over the sea, that the Egyptians may go over after them. So Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea. There remained not so much as one of them. So then the children of Israel walked on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And when they were done, the waters returned, and the sea covered up the chariots and the horsemen, all the host of Pharaoh that was come after them into the sea. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day, and delivered them out of the hand of the Egyptians. And the Israelites went up out of the sea and journeyed through the wilderness toward the mountain of God, and Moses led them. Then Pharaoh said, What shall I get ready to worship the Lord, the God of Israel? For he said to his servants, Why is this that Moses says that we should sacrifice no longer to me as in times past, or pay tribute any more? So Moses said, Go now to Pharaoh, for he has hardened his heart against our God. Yea, he is ready to receive no further instruction, that he may be destroyed by the hand of God. And when Pharaoh gave Moses free passage, he sent all the people away, or he drove them out, or he made them go out. And thus God delivered his people from slavery, showing his mighty power and his faithful love. Thank you for joining us today for Bible Adventures. If you liked this episode, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fun, faith-building adventures. See you next time.